Alright guys, what's happening? Welcome. So, what's happening guys? I don't see too many people here, but if you are, I think there should be two of you. Let me know where you're watching from and what you think of these tariffs that might be coming along. That's what we're going to be talking about a little bit. And of course, if you have any questions about steel stud, drywall, construction, you know it, just ask away. This is what this is about. Our weekly live stream is for you guys. Otherwise, I just sit up here and blab away about whatever for an hour. And that's that. So I have a guest in the studio as an observer today. So just checking it out. Hey, all right, there we go. From Saskatoon. Hey, right on. I've been to Saskatoon. Yeah, we did a couple jobs over there in like super cold weather. Oh my god, like minus 60. It was so cold. I've never experienced anything that cold before. You think it's cold here, but man, I think Saskatchewan might get colder because it's the prairies, right? There's nothing blocking the wind, I guess. But that's cool, man. What are you working on over there right now in Saskatoon? How's the market right now? Is there lots of jobs going? I tell you right now, Edmonton is still dead as nails. So we're lucky to have a couple of little things on the go. We just won a 37-story high-rise condo building, so that's great. I got a meeting this week about that, so I'm thinking we'll be going into there in probably 30 to 60 days. We'll be in there, so that's going to be awesome. Nice build, nice win. So that should keep us busy almost maybe till the end of the year, which is good. I like the bigger jobs to keep you busy long. Oh, and I don't want the audio to be too loud, but the voice should be good. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so maybe, oh no, there's no football game on, guys, so where are you at? You watched the Eagles just spanked the, whatever you call them, the Chiefs today. I can't call it whatever their new name is. I don't know, Commanders or something, but still the Redskins, that's it. Kansas City Chiefs, right? So yeah, Washington, Philadelphia played today again, and then so it's gonna be Philly, Buffalo in the Super Bowl, which is great. So that's kind of the two teams I wanted to see in this year's Super Bowl. So that's perfect. I mean, I'd rather see the Dolphins there other than the Bills, but you know, I can't win it all, right? Oh man. Do I have any work? No, not really. Not at the moment. I don't. Like I was saying, we got that rec center. If you've been following along in my other live streams from site, there we have that rec center we're building. It's going full blown pretty soon here. I think maybe even this week is what I'm praying for. Or know someone in Saskatoon? So no, not really. Who was I working for there? I was working for. I guess you could try. Excuse me. Let me look it up. I'll see if I know anyone. Saskatoon. I was working for a petroleum company actually when I was over there, called oh God, who were those guys called? I forget. They were from Edmonton. And but yeah, we were over there doing something. I can't even remember what it was we built. I think it might have been something industrial, but yeah, all I remember is how cold it was. It was freezing. Titan. Let's see here. So I'll show you what I'm looking at. So this is kind of how I would do it, my man. This is how I always do it. If I'm really needing work, I'll literally just pull up the yellow pages like this, and I'll just start calling everybody on this list. I always call the ones with websites first. Absolute, JMax, CNG, MJR, Definitive, First and Finest Interior. No, Norms, I love Dwayne's. Norms. That's funny. Not really. Oh, Alpine, that's it. Alpine, I think, is the guys I know here. Yeah, I would try these guys. Alpine Interior Systems, for sure. I'm think they had a branch here in Alberta too. These guys, if I'm thinking about the right guys, but yeah, try them for sure. But I would try most of these guys and see what they're doing, right? Well hung, well hung drywall. That's freaking hilarious, right? But yeah, that's the best I can do for you, my man. Yeah, there's a few guys here, anyways. DL Insulation, Absolute Drywall, JMax Interiors, C&G Drywall, MJR. No, that can't be. Maybe, but it's worth calling around and seeing what's up, right? But yeah, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. All right, let's see here. There we go. Got some stuff here. Oh, here we go. These are the guys I trust. Okay. Policy options. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. That's so strange. Well, it's not like a secret, guys. If you put tariffs on wood, your cost is going to go up. Anytime you put a cost onto like in a company, a corporation, or a construction company, or anyone, they're always going to pass it on to the end user, to the you know, the like people who buy it, you know, customer. Sorry. So I know it's like kind of like when you find these companies, they just like, what's the point? You're just punishing their customers, right? Because they just up the rates on you. So it's like Toronto Dominion, the bank here in Canada, got busted laundering billions for the cartels, like for drug traffickers and human traffickers. And the next week or so, yeah, anyone with like our TD insurance, all our rates went up. You know, so they're not gonna pay it themselves because heaven forbid, right? They're gonna always gouge the customer. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys feel about this whole thing? I know most of you guys are watching from the United States. So how do you feel about this whole approach to tariffs on Canadian goods? You know, like, do you think a trade thing is a good idea, America first type thing? I mean, I get it, right? But I don't think this is the way to go. Between like you know, Canada and the United States, our relationship is pretty tight. We're like siblings, you know, like we can fight and then hug it out after, you know, like we're best friends the next day type thing. But yeah, all I know is even our like NAFTA, that was a disaster. That was who was that? That was Trudeau again. Yeah, when Donald Trump in his first term, and they renegotiated the North American Free Trade Agreement. It went to shit. Like it's awful. It's got to change even that. Everything you order from the States, like it's like a wheel or something. They must spin it, and if the needle lands on you, you pay duty. For a while there, every package coming in, we were paying duties on. And like we're talking $60 on $100 package. It was quite high. So and a lot of people just stopped buying stuff from the States. Like I haven't bought something from an American, like a guy from the, like, you know, American influencer since the last time they nailed me with that duty. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. And that's why if you send people stuff, you like, if you buy your merch or anything like that, set the value of the package to $0 or $1. So that way they won't have to pay any duties, right? That's what I do. I just put like $1 on my packages when people are buying the clothing. Because if it didn't make it there, it just, you know, I find that if you always get a tracking number, it always makes it to the destination. But if you don't, like, it might, then you're playing like it doesn't always make it. So yeah, I'm so strange. Usually there's more people than this. I apologize, guys, but I need to start maybe scheduling ahead again so that people get notifications. But yeah, something I wanted to talk about. We could talk about anything too, guys. If you have questions about framing and drywall, I just kind of pick a subject every week just to talk in case there is nobody here asking questions. So I just kind of remain open and available for about an hour if it's in case people do come in and need help with something. So, but yeah, no, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you hitting the like button, and you can also share the stream out if you like. That'd be nice. But yeah, let's just see here. Regional impact of Canadian religion would be felt differently across the U.S. and Canada based on the industries that each region relies on. For instance, U.S. states that rely heavily on Canadian agricultural imports, like Vermont, New York, and Michigan. So typically blue states too, right? Could experience higher prices on basic foodstuffs. At the same time, significant quantities of products like dairy, beef, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. For Canadian builders, that's what I want to know. Retaliation in the form of tariffs on U.S. goods could worsen the situation. If key building materials such as steel and aluminum, yeah, so I think we got more steel. Like, we got the steel and aluminum, right? And a lot of wood. But if I remember correctly, yeah, we buy a lot of stuff from you guys. So we give you the raw materials, and then we buy it back from refined or whatever from you too, right? But yeah, as far as steel goes, I don't think there'd be much of an issue there for us. But insulation, though, I know that would be a nightmare for us. Like, oh God, because I know all of the insulation we use comes from the U.S. But lumber, I don't think that'd be much of an issue. I'm pretty sure we could take care of our own. Like, you know, I think you guys could probably take care of the wood yourself. As far as forestry goes, like, I bet you Canada would be better, like have more lumber supply than the U.S., I would assume. Bigger trees, older trees, you know? Do you think? I don't know. I'm not too sure. I've never really thought about this sort of thing before, so. Oh, wow. Anyways, yeah. That's the last thing we need, is higher material costs, right? Four ways Trump's win could affect the housing market. 90% of homeowners last year enjoying mortgage rates under 6%. Man, imagine a mortgage rate over 6%. Oh, that'd be nasty. That'd be really nasty. I almost lost my shit when we found out we had to pay. What are we paying now? I think it's something crazy. Like, oh man, we were we went from 2% to like, I think maybe 5%, close to 5% maybe. I don't know. All I know is it's going to cost me an extra $20,000 over 5 years. So, fucking bastards. Right? Like, man. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys? I don't know if anyone is watching from the U.S. Let me know. Is your housing prices like down there? Is it rising like crazy like ours? I don't think it is, but I don't think you have it as bad as us. I know you have a shortage too, but not after Trump kicks out the immigrants out. You guys should be good. Poor, what a like yeah. I've been watching them, rounding up people. What a time to be alive is all I can say. Oh man. Yeah, see, like up there, like there's nobody on the chat right now, which is highly unusual. I wonder why. Is there something going? Nothing's going on tonight, but they can't see me right now. But that's you can see the screen up there, anyways. That's what's up on the. That's what they can see. Is up there, and same thing with the right window on that. That's what they see, and I can like switch. Like there's a back, like the back camera. Bit of a close up. But yeah, you get. Thanks for the super chat, hoser? Sounds. FBI, open up! Just goofy memes, right? Right on, man. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, really, what can we say about this, right? Oh, here's Construction Dive, though. We could take a look at that to see where we're at in the news, even. But, yeah, I just see someone popping in there, too. So, like you said, if you have questions, this is your time, guys. I'm just talking just to burn the time. But, yeah, like I said, we're live every Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So this is your time if you guys have questions for me. Maybe I've been too quick to answer everybody in the comments lately, you know. What's this here? DBE not dead yet. I don't know what that's about. What? I don't understand this. So the president's moved to revoke a ban on discrimination in federal contracting could have a chilling effect, but it will take an act of Congress to dismantle current programs. What do you mean by that? I wonder. Hey, what's up, man? Professor X, my man, what's happening? Weather Saskatoon. Saskatoon, eh? So what did you say? Saskatoon? How you doing, brother? Okay, so what's this about? Look, programs that carve out participation goals for traditionally underrepresented workers on federal construction contracts may be under fire, but they're not dead yet. So their participation goals, I don't see if it's a mandate, right? Like, I mean, that's the thing. I don't understand it. Like, especially in construction, man, you're going to take whoever you can, basically, at this point. Like, you're going to just, like, hire bums off the street if you could. Like, like, most companies need workers. They need to fill a space. I know, our friend, Sergeant Joe Smith, Zaphael's buddy, he's offering 6 figures to work for him. And I'm like, dude, I would work for you. Like, there's no company around here offering that much to work in construction, you know? But they should be, and that's the problem, right? Like, the wages aren't where they should be. But contracting is still not too bad. It's better than working by the hour, that's for sure. But yeah, man. So what's new? What's new, Professor X? How you doing, man? And yeah, so hey guys, if you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you're working on. And yeah, like I said, you have any questions? We don't have to talk about this. We can talk about anything. This is your time. You have framing questions, drywall, insulation, estimating, any of those kinds of questions, guys. You know, this is the time to ask them. Okay, so. I just was curious a little bit. I thought maybe we talk a bit about this. I saw a news segment about it, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's pretty straightforward. Hey, Eddie, what's going on, man? How you doing, my man? How are the girls doing? Oh yeah, I mean, Eddie would know too, because his wife is in real estate, so. She would know lots about this, I bet. If it would affect her in any way, I'm not sure. You know, other than the price of housing going up, you know, in new construction, and yeah, right. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. It's 25% seems pretty steep. You know, I could see like, you know, maybe I don't know. I think anything's not good, but. I'm surprised 25% is a lot. Like, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Okay, so here we go. So, Chris, they say discrimination, but what the government is doing is reverse discrimination. They'll hire women, people of different races, just not white guys, right? Just not white guys, right? There we go. So, they'll hire women, people of different races, or anyone over white folks, regardless of qualifications. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, Baton Rouge. Oh, you're in Baton Rouge right now. Excellent, man. Excellent, Eddie. That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, the feds are weird. You know, like I don't know if you have ever done a federal contract. Like they're really. They're weird. Like, you got to be, first of all, pre-qualified, insured out the butt, and you need to be bondable, I think, too, like bonded and have bid bonds and stuff like that. And that can be like, man, you're talking big money. Like, I think it's like for a bid bond or any kind of, even like a performance bond, you're like looking at like, oh my God, $100,000 per like million, maybe, you know, like it's pretty high. So yeah, they want that money up front in a certified check. It's expensive, man. Bonding's really expensive, but I don't know, depending on what you're playing with though, right? Like, I guess, I don't know, government stuff is always weird. It's a different beast, eh? I used to bid to government jobs when I was working for another petroleum company, and yeah, it was wild. It was pretty wild, man. So, but yeah, there's only a few contractors that can qualify, right, for any of this stuff, and the workforce, they'll kind of bounce between those guys, right? Because they're basically a union at this point, right? I find it's just weird the way unions work here. Like, you don't really, like, it's still job by job, and it's just like almost any other. You know, instead of the construction company doing the hiring, it's the union hall, I guess, and I guess it kind of crappy because seniority and all that, right? Like, they're not always taking the best, and then of course if they're gonna put in like the DEI type stuff, that's gonna really, you know, it's gonna really hurt like, it's gonna screw it up, right? Like, you're not gonna get the best workers, like the best guys, most qualified people, you know. And yeah, government, I just couldn't imagine them adding more layers to the already complex hiring or bidding process, you know. Colombia is the only country I've heard he's using 25% tariffs so far. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, honestly, like, I feel like this whole thing is more of a Canadian government thing. Like, our prime minister needs to be relevant, really. Like, he's desperate right now. So I feel like this is being blown out of proportion because of that. Because I just don't see it. I just don't see them putting that heavy of a tariff on. It'll screw both of us up, right? Like, but countries like Colombia or like, you know, El Salvador, any of those guys, any of those countries that are, you know, completely, you know, emptying out their prisons and stuff and sending them up north. I mean, I could see that. The drugs coming from Mexico, like, holy cow. And I do think a lot of drugs come in from Canada because I don't believe we check our containers very well. So I would assume a lot of fentanyl and opium comes in from Asia through the port of Vancouver and then gets down to the States through there, right? So I think if our country beefs up security and like actually starts checking cans and figuring out an efficient way to do that, it could be good for everybody. But man, I don't care what they do for fentanyl. If they start charging fentanyl dealers that are caught with fentanyl on them with attempted murder, I wouldn't feel sorry for any of them. So they can rot in jail for all I care. Fentanyl is awful. It's been killing a lot of people, man. Yeah, Canada. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Gregor? How you doing, brother? So is Colombia tariff was caused because they wouldn't take their legal immigrants back. They changed their minds real quick. Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably it. Yeah. How you doing, Gregor? What are you guys working on, anyways? Canada is going a little nuts right now. It's like we haven't actually had a sitting government for months now. The current government refused to turn over some documents, like unredacted, to the opposition party, and it's just crazy. And then instead of having a democratically elected new prime minister, our narcissistic liberal leader, he prorogues parliament, which is like shuts it down while they can figure their shit out, basically, right? So it's a disgrace. And then of course there's a globalist banker they want to lead the Liberal Party. Like, boom, that just blows my mind. I'm just like, what? Like a globalist banker and a guy who is known to wreck economies everywhere he goes. Like, oh my god, man. Like he ran the Bank of England. He wrecked their economy. All his policies have wrecked our economy. Like they're like climate fanatics because they know how easy it is to funnel and like steal money when it comes to like green energy and green building and sustainable stuff and all that, right? Like it's just a big scam. Colombia should send the 15,000 passport bros back. What? I gotta maybe look that up. That sounds kind of funny. 15,000 passport bros. Oh. Hey, how's it going, Art? Hey, how you been, man? In America, we are dealing with like $20 per dozen eggs. Whoa. 20 US for a dozen eggs? Ooh, hey, you. I'm surprised you would use that term when your name's Lopez. I might have to take Canada. Well, you guys know you tried to take us twice and it didn't go so well for you. I wouldn't recommend trying it a third time. I would definitely, trust me, man. We got a lot of guns up here too. Don't think that. I'm just kidding. How you been, Art? It's been a minute since I seen you, bro. Oh, passport bros are just rich U.S. citizens going overseas for women. Oh, yeah. I got you. Gotcha. Yeah, like those. Yeah. Sickos, right? Like Epstein type guys, you know. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. This guy, this This banker guy. I'm curious to see what his connections to Epstein would be. You know. Yeah, yeah. They're like basically, yeah, they're diddlers. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pedophile diddlers. That's what they are. Yeah. Yeah, no, those guys should. Yeah, they should send them back. Yeah, that's right. Now I know what you're saying. Yep. They say third time is a charm. Oh man, that's funny, man. So 12 to like 40 USD rate for eggs, or $4 to $12. Yeah, yeah, and I guess like that's kind of steep, man. Like, and yeah, we're having like a pricing crisis here, like as well. Inflation, like they just printed so much money, and um, they really were reckless with it. Like, man, oh man. First things first, like funding war. Nope, shouldn't do it. Should never fund war of any kind. It's not. It should never be in our cards, right? And yeah, this whole like war in Ukraine or whatever, right? Sending billions of dollars there. Holy cow! I mean, obviously, if your country can afford to give another country money, that means they're obviously overtaxing you, right? But yeah, Polyev is my guy. Yeah, I became a member of the Conservative Party to vote him in. So I've actually, I think this might be my first time voting Conservative. I'm not sure if I voted. Oh yeah, I think I voted for Harper at least once. But yeah, I'm not like I'm like, dude, I don't stick with one party. I vote for who the best team is. It's just the way it is. I want to be on the good team side, like on the side of the good team. And right now, the good team is the Conservatives. The Liberals, the NDP, like they're in total shambles, and they're just they don't have any good players, you know. So, you know, I want to stick with a winning team and a team with good policy and a team that actually listens to people, you know. So yeah, that's why I'm in with the Conservatives right now. But that could change. Right, like it could change, you know. I don't see it changing very anytime soon. Like if you see who's leading the other parties, whew, man, and they feel, I feel like they don't want skilled people around them, you know, because they don't want anyone to challenge their position. So it's just a weird thing. But yeah, no, this Conservative Party is a stacked deck. Like, wow, they got a lot of good MPs, really good MPs. So yeah, I don't know, they're more like center right, maybe, you know, if anything, maybe they're even just center, because the left is so far gone, like left, and they're like there's no center at all to them. It's hard to say, like they've pulled the conservative side way over now. So, but yeah, it's totally different than it is here inside. Oh man, you're outside of Philly. What a game, man! I mean, it was not a good game. Washington really shit the bed. Like they gave 21 points on turnovers. There was so many penalties and just so much garbage, right? Like, but I was hoping it would be Buffalo Philly in the Super Bowl. So I'm pretty happy about that win today. But yeah, I'm in for Polyev myself. You're only paying $5. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. So, yeah, it's different maybe too. Like I've even gas. So at the pump we're paying right now it's almost $1.50 a liter, which is crazy high. I think if you're in BC right now it's over $2. It could be even $2.50 actually in BC. I don't know, but oh, speaking of BC, Nine Inch Nails, man, Nine Inch Nails is touring. So yeah, I'm gonna get tickets to the Vancouver concert. I'll take it. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, right on. That's awesome. Yeah, so like conservative here is just they preserve liberty, right? And they represent small government and like, you know, and fiscally responsible spending, and yeah, like it's not like they're anti-abortion or homophobic or anything like that, right? It's not like that. It's actually in their all their charters. They can't. Nobody could ever take abortion away in Canada. That will never happen. You know, that's just it is what it is, right? That's written in stone. It's never going to change, right? But yeah. So there's no real right left. It's a more essential centered thing, I think. You know, like balance and common sense, right? But most of all, it's about listening to constituents. You know. Libertarian ideas. Some people think they're conservative right, but they're actually neither political leaning, but their own. Yeah, libertarian. Yeah. I like. The Quake soundtrack. Yeah, Nin. Yeah, I mean, yeah, live and let live. Love is love. Whatever, right? But yeah, man, I don't believe violence is the answer in any situation, right? Unless, like, don't get me wrong, right? Like, I wouldn't let somebody like do something in front of me without me stepping in, right? You know, like, I don't mean it like that, but yeah, it's never the right solution though. What's it like? Is there a lot of jobs right now down there? Are you guys building a lot of stuff? I bet you will be now, if not. That's the one thing too. I remember when our last conservative government was in power, you couldn't count how many tower cranes. Like there was tower cranes and jobs. Like it was crazy. You could lose one job, walk across the street, and get another one. And then ever since this guy got in, this liberal guy got in, every year just so now you don't see a single crane anywhere, right? And last year, like I said, was the single worst year on record. The year before was really nuts, but that's because they let in a bunch of people from India, like millions, and I built restaurants for them, for Indians, like restaurants and liquor stores all over Alberta. Like it was insane. Like medical stuff, like pharmacies, physio clinics, but tons of like fast food stuff, like tons of them, man. I couldn't believe it. Lots of liquor stores too. You think the U.S. economy is on the verge of a collapse? You think so? Why would you think that? I'm just curious because I'm thinking you guys are about to be headed for a boom, and if we could get a couple of pipelines built here, that would be really good for us. No, yeah, I don't think so. Oh yeah, wait till you see, guys. I got the rec center too. We got the hoarding up and materials arriving this week, so that's good. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna set up, like I said, a whole wood shop right on site, and we're gonna start building the bleachers for the basketball courts. And now they want us to build player benches, and yeah, those are gonna be cool because they're player benches with like cubbies underneath for the kids' bags and shoes and stuff. And yeah, it's going to be cool, man. So yeah, Mark's going to be busy. He's going to be busy on the but that's good. No, that's good. So and he's been nice enough to work with us so I can record, guys, and yeah, like we can do a lot more carpentry stuff on the channel, which is nice. Which is really nice. This will show you what I'm looking at. Yeah, so I did, Anthony. I did, yeah. I've taken the general contractor role on now, and yes, so I've got this job, and then the 37-story high rise, and then hopefully that's it. That's it. We're gonna, and I like the plan is to start building houses, guys. That's what we want to do. So, like I said before, I'm going to be coming up with a couple of different steel stud house packages. So, yeah, hopefully I can sell some of those. But yeah, we'll probably start by just flipping the first couple properties and then seeing where it goes, type thing. I do got a realtor buddy here in town, so we're going to work with him. And yeah, man, it's going to be interesting. A lot of changes coming. So that's the one thing like we need is housing. So that's pretty safe. I think it's a pretty safe bet to get into that right now. You know, commercial I thought about, but with AI and the internet, I just don't see it. You know, like I mean, AI data warehouses. Yeah, that is a thing for sure. That's a thing, but I don't think like other commercial. I don't see it. You know, I don't think it's not. It's too. I don't know. I just don't really see it. Maybe like warehousing and stuff, sure, but yeah, yeah. Houses is safe. Housing is safe, right? And I want to do it like sustainable and affordable, right? I don't want to be gouging people, and I want to help get people into housing. So there's these co-op type communities that I want to really build ultimately, right? So not like a 15-minute type city, but a little bit like that, just without the intrusion, in the tech type thing, right? But yeah, people who work in the community and service it, right? Type thing, and can have shops and commercial and whatnot. But yeah, that kind of co-op, right? People pay and fair pricing, but they take care of it, right? So I don't believe the unemployment. I don't believe the unemployment rates the government is sharing in the United States. Oh, yeah. The governments are like they're tricky now, right? Like they get they cherry pick data, and it's like man, oh God. I miss they're so outrageous these days. They literally just cherry pick data and make up stats. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, our unemployment rate is like probably close to 12% right now, and over 50% of Canadians are like basically living in poverty right now, paycheck to paycheck, right? So yeah, it's not good. It's not good right now. Yeah, so I'm not. So this is the thing. My goal, financing is not. I think to really make money in it, you need to have cash, and that's that's kind of been my goal all along. But yeah, I'd rather not finance, but you never know. Might have to finance a little bit, but. You're right about that. Got to watch the financing for sure. And that's another thing. Yeah, we need a trustworthy lender if that's the case. Man, there's like different taxes that they've been trying to introduce as well, like this capital gains tax. I don't know. I'd have to look and see how that works, but for if you're a developer or whatnot, I don't know if that applies. Like I'd have to really look into that. Oh no, there is definitely a labor shortage. So in normal like times, I know in the United States you guys are like short over 2 million construction workers right now. Like that's like for what we need to build, you guys are short over 2 million, and we're about a 250,000 short ourselves in Canada. I know the hard numbers for Canada. We need almost 6 million houses built by, over the next 5 years now, right? That's never going to happen. That's almost impossible unless we hire a whole bunch of companies from the States and from around the world to come and build. But yeah, like they'll never catch up. So we'll be lucky to build 200,000 houses this year. I bet you we didn't break 200,000 last year. So on average, we should be building 240 to 260,000 houses every year, and that's on a good year, right? So with the retirements and all that, no, I don't see it, man. I don't see. I don't think I'd be surprised if we break 200,000. And here's the funny thing. So we used to build like 60% of those would have been single detached homes 20 years ago, right? But now those are condos. Like, they're not even building houses. Like, it would be if actual single detached houses, man, we'll build maybe 30,000 of them, 30 to 40,000, 40 max, single detached houses. The rest are like condos. That's it, or not all of them, but like row housing type stuff, right? This row housing. Oh my God, you go to Ontario, that's all you see. Nobody's detached. None of the new houses they build are detached. They're all, you got like 10 houses in a row, just boom, 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 these skinny, 3-story or whatever. Like, my dad's like, oh look, people are eating these up. They love these things. They want them. Like, they don't like them. They don't want those. That's just all you can get. That's why they're selling. This is all you can get. It's not what people want. But yeah, labor is an issue, and that's just because wages have stagnated. Like they've gone down, and they haven't got increased in 20 years or more. So yeah, wages have stagnated and gone backwards. Really, it blows my mind. The unions in Ontario reduced all the rates and reduced all the wages in an inflation crisis and a cost of living crisis, and they're reducing rates. Like, but if you work for a government union, though, oh yeah, you get whatever you want when you work for those guys. All you gotta do is shut the economy down. They give you what you want. So yeah, it's just double standard. It's awful. But there's a lot of things we need to do to come together, guys, to fix the trades, construction. But yeah, every client trying to haggle you. It's just or the worst thing is right now I've been finding, like, I price a job and then I'll do it, and then the client will be like, what like, this only took you like 10 hours. Why did you charge me $2,000? Right? Like, what's your hourly rate? I'm like, well, it doesn't matter what my hourly rate is. Like, it doesn't matter how long it takes me to do something. I price it. You accept the price. I do it. Pay me. Like, it doesn't matter how long it takes me to do it. I said, get the whole hourly thing out of your head. Like, the reason why you can do stuff so quickly is because I know what I'm doing, right? I have the tools. I got the knowledge. I got, it's just, it doesn't matter. It's what it's worth. It's not, like, oh, customers these days. Yeah, quality is huge. Quality, same thing here. Yeah, I find like really cheap stuff, like cheap materials and cheap, like, bad labor. It's it's bad. Like, yeah, in the rush for little pay, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. The quality is awful. It's kind of funny. The worst quality, like, my buddies in the union send me pictures, and it just blows my mind because you never would see anything that bad in the private sector. You wouldn't. But yeah, man, oh my God, a union worker could frame a wall straight. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. It's just funny, man. Like, this stuff, I don't even know how some of these things are possible. Like, I've seen these walls, and it looks like they're going up one way, and then somehow like they're not straight. Like, they're kind of in and out. So what it tells me is, like, they're using small pieces of top track at the top, and they're not snapping a line or putting in a straight line. You know, they're kind of off, so the wall is off like this. And then my buddy, who's the T-bar guy, comes in to put the T-bar. And you know, a room needs to be square for T-bar. The pictures are just mind blowing, man. I don't know. There's like humps in the wall. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of is they're putting little pieces of track up there, and so it's really far out. But yeah, it's awful quality. But yeah, no, like offering my warranty, and like when I price a job, like that's the price. We're not gouging for extras after. Okay, it's just one price. Like a lot of these guys will put a low price in and then gouge for extras after. So, you know, I hate it when guys were like, oh, well, I got this guy, he said he would do it for this. And I'm like, okay, get him to do it for that then. You know, I don't lower my prices for nobody. You know, they are what they are, and if you don't want to pay it, then you're not, then you can hire somebody else. Because I refuse to lower my rates. There's a reason why I charge what I do, and I do charge as low as I possibly can. The union framers and finishers we work with in LA are super fast and super nice work. They get held up to high standards. Oh yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. No, that's good. I mean, obviously, like that's what you want, right? But we don't really have unions in where I am in Alberta. There's not there. I think they got unions for like MEP, but not for any not carpentry or drywall or anything like that, right? It's all private stuff. But even their unions, like I think IBU is probably the Boilermakers is a powerful union, but IBU in electrical I think is pretty good. But the unions in or the other unions like sheet metal and all that, like it's just a joke. They're dictated by the companies because there's only like 2 or 3 companies that hire them from the union, right? So that's they have no power over them. It's a joke, and they get paid real nice too. Yeah, so it's funny. Like I remember they were building like an extension to the airport here, and they had to hire unions. So they created one of the drywall unions from Ontario or something came over and tried to start the union, signing everyone up, and just throwing all this money around. And oh man, I think at the end of the job, they fired the union and just hired a private contractor to finish it. It was really bad from what I heard. But yeah, they were literally throwing money at these workers, like $60 an hour, like plus all these benefits, and this guy wouldn't even pay $20 an hour, was getting 60. So yeah, I could imagine not a lot of work was getting done, but a lot of money was going out, right? But I don't know. I can't stand hourly work. It doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, really, eh? Yeah? Some of the home inspector videos for Arizona? All right. Well, let's just see here. I know there's some funny Instagram pages too. Do you have a lot of immigrants in the trades up here? Yeah, we do. So they're different. So you guys, like, I know you guys got like Mexicans, and we got Mexicans too. But I mean, I don't hate anybody actually. But the Mexicans that I know are awesome, hardworking. Like they're all hardworking, awesome people. But like their quality isn't there. Like they're just like a little more rushy maybe, but but they're good, they're reliable. Like I mean, the quality isn't that bad to because they're just so reliable. And but then there's the Indian crew, right? From East Asian, right? East Asian Indians from India. Now, those guys, they just they need to learn to work for the right wage, right? Like they're not getting trained properly, and they're working for stupid low rates and wages, and they don't have to. That's what I don't understand. They don't have to. Like they can charge the same as all of us. They're not gonna like there's enough work to go around for everybody. Like it's not like we're cutting each other's grass really, But what they're doing is they're lowering everyone else's wage. So they need to start working for higher wages, and they need to learn. Like, as the quality is so bad, but like it's really bad. Like they have different standards over there, right? Like it's a cultural thing, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, it's just they need training. That's people need more training. Like they're more than welcome to come and work, but they should actually go through some sort of training or like orientation or something, to before they can. And if you're a new immigrant, you should probably have to work in the industry for like a couple years at least to kind of familiarize yourself with it, the local industry, before you open your own company. Because that's what I'm seeing is like newcomers opening construction companies and hiring nothing but newcomers, and then there's a cycle of like garbage. Like it's just, I don't know, it's really strange. Yeah, there's a lot of Indians in your area, but I haven't seen any in the trades. Yeah, no, there's so many in the trades here. Um, yeah, yeah. Plus, like all of the most of the almost I would say 90% of the owners that I've worked for too in the past couple of years have all been Indians. So it's like it's really weird. It's really weird to see a white guy actually, you know, to work for a white guy nowadays. It's like it's really weird. And it's not because white guys won't do the work. It's because white guys won't do it for that cheap. That's all it is, right? And you got to understand, construction is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. It's more construction workers die than police officers, firefighters, and military personnel combined every year, and that goes for both Canada and the United States. More people die in the trades than all of those combined by like 10 times more, right? It kills your body. Like it's mentally, physically frustrating, and you can't expect a guy to work do that for like fast food restaurant wages basically, right? Like it's just so far out. It's so far out to me. Oh, I don't. Oh, that's that one. We already seen that. Yeah, the language barrier is yeah, that's really frustrating. It is. Yeah. It can't communicate. That's dangerous, and it's frustrating because like, how do you expect to? I'm sorry, but how do you expect a crew to build something when they can't read the specifications? Like it's in a different language, is what I mean, right? Like it's all in English. Um, it's so like if a guy doesn't speak English, right, or read English, how is he going to build it if he can't if he can't read the specs? Like, that's maybe another reason. Like I find that when you're working on for like I don't know. I just hate talking. I hate talking about this, but like when you're working for someone like that, and you're noticing like that's not what's specified. Like you guys are cheaping out. Like you're going with the cheap product. Like this is supposed to be fire rated, but you're using regular half inch, or like it's, or why are you building a plumbing wall out of 3 5/8? Like it should be 6 inch, right? Like just it's just so crazy, the things, and it's probably, you're right, a language barrier. I didn't really even think about that until you mentioned that, to be honest with you. But yeah, the training is the thing. Like that's the thing. They need to be trained, and like there should be an ethics thing. Like where like before I started working in the film business, you have to take an ethics course, and it teaches you like you know the differences about union and non-union and like you know just etiquette and stuff, right? But yeah, I could see that being super helpful, right? Getting everyone on the same page, and then finding companies who abuse it, right? Like that's the thing. Like it's I don't blame the workers, not one bit. I blame companies for taking advantage of workers and taking advantage of the circumstances, right? They're getting away with using cheaper materials, and they're getting away with paying workers less money. It's like it's just like slavery, right? So that's not right. So we need to figure this out. You know, we need to watch companies and hold them accountable. But yeah, and it's so hard, it's so stupid too because if a guy like all he has to do is declare bankruptcy, close up shop, then open another company, right? Like if we could stop that from happening too, that would be super helpful. Like you know, 3 strikes and you're out type thing. So, but yeah, there's a lot of problems in construction. It's so crooked. It's so ass backwards. You know, it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. But yeah, that's more or less why I don't work for people. I don't work by the hour, and you know, I'm really choosy with who I work with nowadays. It's funny. I put an ad on like Facebook Marketplace over a year ago, and I put it on for like a few days, and I'm still getting jobs off of it. I don't even know how, but it's still up. Like, cause no, it's still up on Facebook. I get messages all the time. It's crazy. I've gotten so much work from it. I think I put $30 like behind this ad, and I've got made a lot of money off of it, thousands of dollars off of it. It's so funny. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. It's you know, it's gonna take some time, but it's never gonna get better if we don't say anything about it, right? And nobody does anything about it. You know, I've been sitting here screaming about this for years now. So, and I've written letters. I've written letters to even Pierre Polyev, the guy you mentioned earlier. I've written letters to him with all my recommendations for the construction industry. So, yeah, I could write a book on it. Yeah, Facebook ads. So I've gotten both commercial and I've done a couple of houses, like homeowner stuff as well. So yeah, I can't believe how much work I've gotten from that. And that's the thing. Like I only ran it for I think maybe a week or whatever. But that was God, it was a long time ago. It would have been the beginning of last year. Yeah. Yeah, so their boss will speak English, but he leaves, and then you're stuck using a Google Translator. Yeah, yeah. If you don't have any accountability and are counting on inspectors to make sure things are done right, you get what's going on today. Hey, yeah, no, that's right. So it's funny because inspectors too. They're either like picking like they're so far out, right? Like they're either picking on things that are like just like makes no sense, you know, like they want you to fire rate this wall because there's another building a mile down the road or something stupid like that. But you know, inspectors, they can only do so much, right? The framing's not inspected, the insulation, the poly, like all the base building stuff is not really inspected, you know, like it could be, but most of the time it's not. Like, you know, the only time things that get inspected for sure are the plumbing and electrical, right? And HVAC, maybe. I don't even know. Is there HVAC inspections? Yeah, there is. Yeah, because don't even get me started on that. But yeah, like the frame, like anything else though, nothing gets inspected. So that's up to like a savvy owner will know this. To you know, hire the right contractor, prime contractor to quality control, right? I mean, that's the thing. You're signing a deal. Your contract, your estimate is the deal. You're promising to fulfill that order according like to those specifications, right? And workmanship and all that is a part of it. So yeah, it's really, man, you're putting a lot of trust on your contractor. So you gotta be careful who you hire, I guess. Like for example, like for myself, there's a lot of people who don't like that I film everything because they want to get away with shady shit. But a lot of people I like that I film everything because they get to see everything in their project. They see inside out, like they everything. They get to see every detail on video. They love it, right? But I've worked for a lot of contractors that hate it because I'm sitting there. If I see something, I'm calling it out, right? Like you guys know, I'll pick apart any project, right? I'll go. That's people hate that. I'll go around. I'm just like, oh, that's not right, or this isn't right, or blah blah. Like, yeah. The find out phase has started. Enjoy the ride. Hey, Lawrence. Yeah. The find out phase. Yeah, enjoy the ride. Yeah, that's a good. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Yeah, and I film everything, guys. There is nothing I don't do that I don't film, And yeah, taking pride in your work, 100%, exactly, right? And it's like it's not always easy. So sometimes things are like over-spec'd, and as a journeyman, that's ridiculous, but it's spec that way, so you have to build it that way, So unless you get a change order and blah, 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 right? But yeah, that's right. It's not about making quick money. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, dude, like that stupid pony wall at the rec center that Buddy took the money up front for that wall and then took off, right? And he changed the specs. He changed the product. And I was left to install it. And I told him, I'm like, well, I've never used this product before, so I don't know how it's going to turn out, right? So I installed it as per manufacturer's instructions. And it's still falling apart to this day, right? I've put in so much like warranty work. And it's not even it wasn't even my contract. But, because I took over that job because that general contractor got fired and I took his job. And I never got paid for that wall, and I also paid for another crew to come in and help me fix it. So, but the amount of warranty work I've done on it too, it's just because I have, my reputation, sure. But I told them, I was like, if I have to do one more thing on that wall, I'm gonna lose my mind. So I'm not I'm not doing another thing on it. I've done too much. I was taking it as far as I've gone, but yeah, if they're not happy with the service, like, yeah. It's like if anything, we just tear it all down and start fresh and do it right. I don't have a problem doing that, but you got to pay for it. Yeah, scammers are not confined to building a herd of farmers buying herds of cattle and then defaulting on the loan after they sold them, but then going bankrupt to the seller lender can collect. Really? Wow, man, oh man, yeah. See, that's like, God. They're not. It's too easy. It's too easy, right? Like, it's just dirty. Oh God, but man, it blows my mind. It really does. But that's what makes it so hard for people, honest people, that to get credit and start building credit and all that. That's why it's become so hard, right? Because of that. One of my favorite videos, guy. I watched this video. This guy leaving Home Depot, and he was stealing all these tools, and a bunch of guys grabbed him and made him took all the stuff and gave him a beating. And it was like, it's because of you, all our tools are people like you, all our tools we're paying for this, and it's true. The honest people are always paying for the crooks, right? And yeah, I was like, wow, that's justice right there. Because yeah, I mean, who does that? You know, like these guys literally, I don't know how they do it, but they leave Home Depot with a shopping cart full of tools. Like what? Like that's crazy to me. But yeah, they were obviously a bunch of like construction contractor guys saw them and was like, hell no, hell no, we're not letting that go. I mean, hell. Hey, what's this? Yes, it's going up. I'm already starting to charge more. Okay, excellent. That's good. That's good. Crystal ball, yeah, crystal ball. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm wondering how many farmers. Farmers? Are you talking about farmers or framers? I'm buying roses tomorrow as well. It's going up, and I need to keep my wife happy. Well, that's good for you, buddy. Yeah, yeah. Keeping the wife happy. I guess that's important. Boom. Yeah, so I know like if you are able to charge more, that means you weren't charging enough to begin with. Because if you were to go past a certain point, you just wouldn't get any work. So yeah, and I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know that now, but farmers. Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea, man. That I wouldn't have. I wouldn't know. So I do know though that this is a crazy statistic, guys, and it's sad. Is it like 20? Hold on here. I need to Google this because I just learned this number. Like I saw like a video short, and I was like, what? This is not a nice topic either. What a weird stream. Anyways, so veterans, military or army veterans, guys, are like committing suicide at like crazy rates. It's like 20 a day. That's crazy, man. Report findings, maybe. Yeah, and yeah, it was so shocking, not surprising, but it was like, you know, why we don't take care of them when they come back, like it's so, God, it's gross. It's so gross. Where are we at? Wow, second leading cause for veterans under 45 is suicide. Oh, whoa. Most family farms are gone. They're basically all corporations. Yeah, I know. It's yeah, and they're trying to shut them down. Like it's nuts. So what's that? 41,484? Oh no, sorry. That's in total. So that's non-veteran adults. But yeah, veterans. No, this is like 6,407 over 20 years. Uh, 6,407. So, where's that? Silly. 7,300. Oh, so it would be less than one a day over 20 years, according to this. But So JD, what's his name? The guy, the ex-con, like he talks like recovery and all that. JD. Anyways, it was one of his videos. Let's just say per day. Yeah, 22. It is. It's 22. 22 veterans a day are committing suicide in the United States. Yo, that's crazy. So the reason why that's being brought up, there was this girl. Shit, she wasn't old. She was beautiful. Instagram model, influencer, veteran, whose older brother committed suicide, and that's why she came back or whatever, but she started talking about that, and she ended up committing suicide recently, like a couple days ago type thing. So that's why it's kind of, people are talking about it right now. But PTSD, yeah, could you imagine? Yeah, so the Canadian government does have MAID, right, which is medical assistance in dying. I do know of at least one. I do know one person who did that. She was very old and sick, and she wanted to have a dignified death, and yeah, she went along with it. And it's weird, sure, but I mean, I don't know. It was her choice. It's your choice, right? So, it's funny though, like how they wouldn't let you decide whether or not you wanted to take a vaccination, but they'll, like they let you decide if you want to kill yourself. Like during the COVID, right? The jab, they basically didn't give you a choice there. But yeah, they're all pro-choice when it comes to abortion and suicide. But it's the way who they're offering it to people with like mental disabilities and depression, and yeah, it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if you remember, if you guys ever had a grandfather from the war. Both of my grandfathers one of them was in the Air Force, the other one was infantry. And yeah, like, oh God, if you ever talked war with them, you could see like the PTSD in their eyes. Like, yeah, it wasn't pretty. War is not pretty. So yeah, it's not good, man. It's not good. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I said, it's your choice. I figure if you don't if you don't have medical assistance in dying, you're probably going to find another way to do it, and it won't be pretty. Like, so yeah. If you're it's just, I don't know how easy it is to get it. I don't know if if you have to go through counseling or whatnot, or if there's a certain age or what, I don't know. But yeah, if you're suffering, well, for sure, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I really feel about it, but I don't really concern myself with other people's things. If they want to decide to do something. But yeah, this conversation has definitely been all over the place. This is unusual. I'm gonna have to get into like hardcore construction topics next week. But yeah, some people suffer for decades. Yeah, especially in the trades. Like, I feel like that's like what killed my best friend in the world, Shane. He was young, but he had a neck injury, right? He was he hurt it himself jackhammering, and like he was having trouble. Like the people he was working for were like just making him hammer like for like 12 hours. And it was like 12 hours a day. And what happened was he was lifting the jackhammer onto the back of a truck, and what happened, I don't know, he compressed like vertebrae in his neck, And anyways, workers' compensation didn't give him a dime, wouldn't help him whatsoever. And he ended up basically just sitting on the couch, taking painkillers, smoking cigarettes, and drinking bottles of Pepsi until he died. So, yeah, I couldn't even get him out for dinner, or he never got to really meet my youngest two kids. Like I just couldn't get him out of his house, and yeah, it was pretty bad. So, but yeah, I feel like a work injury is what did it. Well, obviously it is, but that bugger, even with like a metal neck and all that pain, he'd still do double layer 5/8 with me. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. That's kind of what I've been hearing too, Professor X. Yeah, um, yeah. The way it sounded to me, it was if yeah, say I complained about my back hurting too much, yeah, they would offer suicide. Yeah, I've heard that it's really easy to get, but I don't know for sure really. I've only, I haven't really investigated it too much, So everything I've heard about it basically comes from one side, so I don't really have an opinion on it. I like to think, your body, your choice. That's like my opinion on abortion. I think it's disgusting. I hate it, but it's not my body. It's not. I'm not the one who has to carry it and all that, right? So I don't really have a whole lot of say in it, I guess. You know, I'd like to, and I'd like to say, "Oh, that's disgusting. Don't do that." But what do you do? What do you do? It's not really my place to say anything, I guess. You just gotta kind of vet your partner and be safe, right? Use protection and whatever, and if you want to have a child together, and have a child together. But yeah, I don't think it's. I know women that use it like a contraceptive. It's really fucked up. But weird. I don't know how this. So what else do you guys want to talk about? Any questions about construction, guys? How long have we been going for anyway? Oh, cow. It's been like an hour and a half. Oh, holy cow. Good stuff. Eggs went up in the Midwest. There we go. Hey, what's up, man? Eggs went up in anyone else in your area? Yeah, so in Philadelphia too. That's apparently eggs are up there as well. Yeah, I know. Oh, the worst. I don't even know how we're talking about this, but I wanted to punch this whatever they want to call themselves, because it was I'm going to be the first trans woman to get pregnant and then have an abortion. What? Why would you? Why would you? Like what? Like that's how fucking crazy some of these people are. That's just so crazy to me. That's one of the things I saw was, I'm going to be the first trans woman to have a baby or to get pregnant and then have an abortion. Wow, that's pretty crazy. I don't even think that's possible. It's not possible. Men can't get pregnant no matter what surgery you have. I'm pretty sure, right? I don't think they can do that yet. Getting out of the trades into something your body can handle is something which needs to be addressed. Some of these guys work themselves to death when they could live longer with desk jobs. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This business is tough, and it's like. Oh, they're only $5 there. Oh, okay. So someone else was saying they were like $20 for eggs, but. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we were looking at certain things like that, exosuits, and there's new robots now. So, like the coring robot, the J-bot, the Hilti bot, and then there's the layout robot now, as well. That does which is really awesome. This thing, like just you load your drawings into it, and you may set up a couple control lines or something. But yeah, it robot prints the layout on the concrete for you. It's awesome. And the JBot will core 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which is great. Because, like, oh god, if you've ever had to core a whole bunch of holes, you know how boring that is. Oh my god. And if you have to core like above your head or like, you know, in front of you, it's tough. I mean, don't get me wrong, you bolt it in, but you know, oh god, what a mess. What a mess. But you're right though, yeah. This is the thing, right? Like, I don't know anybody who would, like, these days plan to be on the tools forever, you know? You need to transition into, you know, something, right? Like, we need to have, like, teachers, inspectors. Like, why we hire an inspector that's never picked up a tool in his life? You know, why wouldn't somebody mature out of the industry into that position, right? You know, get people off the tools and into something safer. You know, and leave it. You know, leave the young guys in there doing that work, right? Yeah, that makes sense, Zaphael. Yeah, that would be a good policy. Huh. So what do you got cooking for this week, man? Field printer, yeah. Dusty Robotics, that's hilarious. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I see. It's got like a GPS in a like standard type unit. That's right. I've seen this before. Yeah, check this guy out, right? Yeah. Layout sucks because of, like, anytime you gotta work bending like on the ground, it sucks, right? Yeah, that's right. That's exactly it. Yeah, you gotta be smart about it. Yeah, that's what I tell all the new kids is be smart with your money because you don't want to be on the tools forever. Don't get into drugs and drinking and all that stuff, right? Like, save your money. I know you gotta watch out for gold diggers, you know, like all that kind of stuff, right? Like, you gotta be careful with your dough when you're young. And because I know once you start making that construction money and you're young, it seems like a lot, but it's not. At our age, it's not a lot. I've been in construction now, oh, 31 years now. 31 years myself. So, and I'm feeling okay, yeah. I mean, I'm just a little fat these days, but other than that, I'm in pretty good shape. But yeah, I do need to start exercising outside of the job more. But I'm stronger than ever, though. Like, yeah, I feel really strong. I can lift a lot, so I know, like, I can lift more now than I did 20 years ago. But yeah. I could see it going downhill from here, though, pretty fast. But yeah, I'll be 46. Hey, Julian, what's up, man? I'm looking to transition off the tools to a site super a few months ago, so I'm trying to get away from it. Hey, that's great. So the nice thing about that is, like, for me, what I did was I took night school in CET. So that's like your project management, basically, stuff. Okay, so you take night classes at a local trade school. You do like project planning and scheduling, and you do delivery systems, contract law, estimating, stuff like that. And yeah, it really helps. So I did all of that, the CET stuff at night. And then, not CE, sorry, CT, which is construction technology, is different, right? So construction engineering technology is like I think it's a minimum 2-year program, right? Whereas I'm just like the 1-year certificate guy, right? But I did all I took a month off and did all of the NCSO training as well. So to become like a full-blown safety officer. So that really helped become a superintendent. I still get quite a few offers like through LinkedIn and but I just I know the game. Like I hate working in an office. To be honest with you, with other people. Like I've worked for some big companies, and the offices are just like, oh god, they suck. Where office work sucks. You got to be prepared for that. Like construction manager or site super is definitely better than anything in the office. But just do night school. Take some extra classes to get to that point, right? Get your safety training. Get your get like those project management type courses. You can also join. One of the things I did was I became a member of the Construction Specifications Institute, CSI, and through them you can get certified. I just got construction documents through them. I wanted to get the next one, which was spec writing. But yeah, just you can. That's another one. So that's Construction Specifications Institute. That's more like architects, engineers. But it's good. It's really good, dude. I understand specifications so well, like no master format, and that's good to know, right? It's good to understand all of that stuff for estimating and contract administration, which if you're a site super, right, your construction documents are all part of the contract, right? So you need to administrate it properly. Make sense? Right? Yeah, I know. You're right. I know. I'd like to see this robot on CSI, Crime Scene Investigator. Yeah, no. It's Construction Specifications Institute. Yeah, it's been a minute, Julian D. Since I've seen you. How you been? I'm sure it's the same guy, right? Same Julian D. It's been a minute. But I don't know how exactly this is going to work because this is the problem with robots and anything like computer or whatever. Everything is so linear, right? Like you need to make decisions on the fly when you're doing layout because like. What if those pipes aren't where they're supposed to be? Maybe they're a 1/4 inch out of place. So, what I would do is I would just move the wall to fit the pipe. But the robot, what's the robot going to do? Be interesting anyways to see, right? But yeah, with AI and machine learning and stuff like that, I mean, I bet you could get there. Because it is the same. It's the same thing every time. Why do they put music in that? Damn it. Let's see here. Dusty old robot. Oh, wow. It's drawing the door swing on it. Oh, you look at that. Wall types, everything like that. And laying out electrical. I mean, hell, I'd like to see it. I wonder what something like that would cost. The whole rig is going to be 60 grand, 80,000. Yeah, 80,000 for the whole rig. That's for the robot and the standard. And then the software is like a $10,000 a month subscription. Right? Yeah. Oh, man. Still music. Darn it. Interesting. You see how close that got to there? Like the line? That's pretty good. Right? How cool is that, man? Yeah, same guy. Hey, right on, Julian. Right on, man. Still looking to move to Calgary pretty soon. Yeah, right on, dude. Oh, when you do, man, look me up. Well, I'm not in Calgary. I'm just 3 hours north, but I'm in Calgary. I do go there quite a bit, so that's awesome, man. It's funny. My daughter got this little robot that looks like that. Hmm. Huh. Oh, you see how did throw the duck run out on the ground? Holy. I think that stuff is kind of cool. Like, uh, I'll show you this other guy. Da, 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 da. Huh? What's going on here? Yeah, this dude here.
At Hilti, we strive for change.
Yeah. Darn music again. I tell you, that's the exosuit. Oh, I keep forgetting, man. Okay, I got a contact to get a demo unit for the exosuit. The Hilti's exosuit. I gotta make that phone call. But this stuff excites me. Like the augmented reality, man. Oh, that stuff is freaking cool, man. Yeah, rent a robot at 5 p.m. and return it at 5 a.m. after it's made all the markings. Yeah, why not? Why not? But if you think about it, you got a robot laying it out, and then you got this guy here, same thing. He'll go and core all the holes. And, you know, if things like I got to do all the layout for all the coring and all the plumbing and all that because you can't, a plumber can't do that stuff. Not in my experience. But yeah, this guy, like, man, I think it's great. Now, if you could leave it running and drilling overnight, that would be great. Any concrete cutting and drilling and stuff like that, if you could leave these robots to do overnight, that'd be sweet. But there has to be a human operator at all times. I think there's also different attachments you can add to this thing to do some different things now too. But mainly for coring holes right now. But yeah, I still remember when BIM meant just having somebody just double checking your takeoffs. Now with the software and all that, all the trades can input their models, and you can resolve most conflicts before you even start construction, which is amazing. Like, I don't know if you ever worked in like a interstitial where there's all this mechanical, electrical, and plumbing stuff all. You know, like it's tight. It can get really tight in there. Yeah, it can be costly to find a conflict after the fact. And that's the thing when you look, if even when you look on the drawings, guys, like the electrical, mechanical, plumbing, architectural are all split. So you don't see the different runs, you know. And then when one trade is making like changes to equipment and in their runs, like this is the fun. The HVAC is the worst for it because they'll come in and they'll just make a run. They don't care where. They're like, hey, where's your ceiling? And your ceiling is going to be here. Okay, I'm going there. That's it. Like they don't really have elevations, but they should, right? But yeah, there's self-driving anything groundworks, guys. So your dozers, excavators, even your skid steers, all automatic. Even now, the big companies, They literally have a guy sitting in the truck just for safety. They have like a central command center, and they control the equipment on all their different sites. So they have like GPS and then elevations and all that set through the lasers and all that. So if you see the equipment like with those white things, like they're like pole and then a white thing on the top looks like a light maybe, that's the GPS unit. You know if you see a piece of equipment with that, it's self-driving, right? Yeah, it's gonna be no. Actually, I think it's more like a $750,000 there, Sapphire. You send your prints to this company. They project it onto the floor in their warehouse, so you can actually walk you home and adjust the walls before you start to build. Interesting. So yeah, that's kind of like the augmented reality. Great. So I love it. I absolutely love it. Where you have these helmets now, and you can put them on, and they have the screen. So when you're looking around, you're seeing the stuff. Like you're seeing like you can see the electrical and the plumbing and all that stuff, or you can see like interior, like the decorating for like where you want to put the couch or like all that kinds of stuff. That's getting really really high tech. Which one was it? I don't know, man. But this one company that they took me on a tour. We went into virtual reality. I was here on my VR set, and they were in the Netherlands, I think, and we walked this building together in VR. And yeah, you could take a component. It was like a $80 billion transit center. It was incredible, like a train hub. They were building, I think, anyways, it was in Europe somewhere. They just finished it, actually. Huge job. And yeah, they took me on a tour, and it was so cool. And I VREX. The company's name is VREX, so VREX. And I still have that recording. I should pull it out sometime. Yeah, tell us how you're going to use our robot, and we'll tell you how much. And then I don't know if you guys ever seen this. Ooh, what's this? Huh? Magnetic robot crawler. What's that all about? Prioritizing operator safety. What does this guy do? Oh, it's a vacuum system? Huh? Oh yeah. Okay, so that's just a vacuum. That's not what I was looking for. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for either. Yeah, check this out. Yeah, our drywall robot's the future. Let's see what he's got going on here. Oh, come on. This is just some... Oh, yeah. So this is yeah, no, that's the Boston Dynamics one, but the HRP or whatever, the Japanese robot, the drywaller. I'm curious. I've been watching that for a few years now. But look at this. Huh. Oh man, could you imagine the weight? What? No, see, you would never act like that on a construction site though, like jumping like that and stuff. Like obviously it's just a show, but There it is. This guy. This is the guy. I'm wondering when this guy's gonna come out. I'm like obviously this is old. This video here is like 6 years old, so they've got to be further ahead. But I mean, yeah, this is so slow. It's so slow, and obviously we don't install drywall like that, right? Like at all. It's not. What's this going on here? Just wonder what's going on here. Oh, where is my mouse? I can't see it. There it is. That's just a paint sprayer, right? Yeah, well, we know these guys have been, these paint sprayers or sprayers have been around for a long time. Yeah, you see that? Okay, get on with it. That's not that's like fire taped and they're painting it. What the hell? That's not finished taped whatsoever. Oh my god. Sans wall. Oh my god, that's crazy. It's just so slow. Like, that is slow. Even sped up, it's really slow. Oh, yeah, so I think I get it. So it's like a level 5, right? Like it's just a level like in Europe they do this always. They mud the entire wall. Hey, they in it's only America or in the West here where we like just when we tape like this, like the seams, you know. But that's like the roller system that I got from that French company, right? So I get it. So you gotta get your first coat on. But it's right. They're right. And I guess in the long run, if the robot can spray a mud texture and then sand it, that would be great. Yeah, that would be great. Well, obviously it's slow, but you can see like 7. That's not right. 7 days is crazy. That's absolutely nuts. No way. It only takes 3 days to do that. They're where they get 7 days is nuts. That's nuts. It would never take 7 days to do that. It would only take 3. But the spray on part, I do like that. We did that in my garage, guys. We sprayed the whole wall with a sprayer. We sprayed the drop we taped it, first coated it, and then we sprayed like the whole thing. We sprayed it on, and we did it for fun because we wanted to try it. That's all. Like. Well, yeah, level 5 to the whole garage. But yeah, if you could get a consistent thickness and then have it sanded, that's kind of cool. Oh, but I wonder how see that guy skim coating it with a trowel? That's cool. That's cool. That's what I'm digging that. Yeah, it takes 7 days if you charge by the hour, yeah. Yeah, facts. I don't know, man. With how much that's gonna cost, I don't know. You're gonna have to do a lot of taping jobs for that even to pay for itself, I bet. Huh. That's nuts. Yeah, here we go. Some more construction parkour. God damn, these robots freak me out. Oh. Anything interesting? No, nothing interesting. All right. Well, anyways, I mean that's all I'm going to talk about today. Unless anyone has any questions, guys. If you guys need help with any of your projects or have any final questions or whatnot, I think that's enough for today. That was a good stream. We talked about some really weird shit, but that was okay. I don't mind. It was a slow start. I was kind of hanging out, so I didn't really know what to talk about. But yeah, I think I'm good. Wow, I can't believe that. It's crazy suicide rate, man. That's nuts. But if you guys do need help, though, you guys know, leave me a comment down below any video or send me an email, chris@constructionkronies.com, and I'll gladly help you out. We're always talking to guys on email and video calls and comments, so yeah, I'm pretty easy to get a hold of if you need something. So what if robots want to commit suicide? Do we allow it? Jesus, could you imagine? So I watched a really cute movie with my kids called The Wild Robot, and it was really cute because ultimately robots, computers, they don't have feelings, right? They just have programming, and I don't know if they could ever come close to emulating emotion. I don't know. But yeah, joking. I figured that. But yeah, guys, no, that was all right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Like I said, man, hit the like button for me, please, if you don't mind. And yeah, next week I should be on site a lot this week, guys. So stay in touch because right away layout. I'm going to be doing all the layout for the everything. I'm going to be laying out the restaurant and laying out the change rooms and bathrooms and front offices. I got to do all the layout, and then we got to get fire safety in for the sprinkler systems, and we're going to have to show them where to go so they can get their drops in, and then we got to get the concrete cut for the in-ground plumbing. And then, of course, get that plumbing in and put the concrete back. And then once we get that done, all while we're building all the bleachers for the basketball courts and the players' benches, and there's more of that too. We went from about 500 feet to probably close to 1,000 feet now of that. So yeah, it's a big job. And lots of new stuff coming up, carpentry, general contracting type stuff. So, yeah, guys, just even the electrician that I'm working with, I bet you he'll let me, cut some videos off of his stuff too. So that'll be cool. But yeah, you got her, boys. All right, Professor X, thanks for hanging out, man. And Anthony, thanks for hanging, my man. And Julian, my man, good to see you again, brother. And Crystal Ball, yeah, right on, dude. Good to see you. Yeah, we're building the bleachers for the basketball courts. Yeah, man, all of it. Yeah, it's gonna be insane. We were gonna do it out of Baltic birch, but because of the war in Russia, and that wood comes from Russia mostly and Sweden, we can't really get it. We can't get enough of it, and the prices are really high for the stuff that we do have. So we're going with BC fir, and it's gonna be warmer anyway. I think I kind of like the fir better. It's a warmer wood, so it's gonna look awesome, and it'll match the flooring better, I think, too. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. Yeah, so we're setting up for that. We got 160 sheets of 3/4 inch fir coming. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. That's like $20,000 of wood right there, eh? So. Oh, actually, you know what? 140 sheets is $20,000. So the extra 20 sheets, yeah, it's an expensive wood. So And Mark's a master carpenter, so it's gonna be perfect. You guys are like seeing him in action because yeah, he's impressive. He's really impressive. But yeah, you guys have a good, safe start to your week, okay? And yeah, if you need help, reach out. You know how to get a hold of me. I'm here on YouTube, and email me at chris@constructioncronies.com. All right? Take care, guys. We'll see you next time. Next weekend, for sure, every Sunday night, okay? This is just kind of where you guys have questions. We'll talk, shoot the shit, whatever. Just want to hang out, whatever, like we did tonight. No problem, man. That's every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'll be live. And then, of course, almost every day I'm on site. I'm live as well. So, yeah. Get subscribed, guys. I can't wait to show you guys. Right on, guys. Take care. And oh, did I already start the music? Oh, I did. Later, boys.
Oh yeah? Well, screw you guys, I'm going home.